wanted to go over something real quick. Just got finished watching the Chargers and the Texans game, and the Chargers just got drugged. Right? They just both. Honestly, it was a sloppy game. Texans defense won that game because the offense looked relatively sloppy, with the exception of Joe Mixon just running them into the ground in the second half. But hell, even he had a turnover. He fumbled the ball. So it was a sloppy game on both offenses. But my point is, me being an ex-player, I understand the value of studying the game, watching film, so you can have a good understanding of what your expectations are. And the one thing that I always laugh at is because everybody puts so much value in what they see on TV and what these guys say on TV. And I just want to play you this because to me it's funny. And this is what you get when you get guys, even guys that have been in the NFL, you get too busy where you can actually watch the games. So your opinions are based on somebody shoving a bunch of stats in front of your face. You don't get a chance to watch the games. So the context is off. But here are their opinions or the takes on how they thought the game was going to go.
Just 3-point favorites on the road in Houston. What's your first impression?
Yeah, Chargers basically, I never realized they get a bye. Oh, wait, they got to play the Texans. What's the difference? Texans offense is struggling so bad, they can't protect the quarterback. And the Chargers' number one scoring defense in the NFL going against that offense, woo, get ready for the next round.
Again, the Chargers.
You just kind of throw some stuff out there, right? After seeing the game, and then you hear this comment, he made this before. This was pregame stuff this morning or whatever it was, 9:17 Eastern time this morning. That's why you play the game. That's why I take, a lot of times when you hear me and Tone in the morning, when we do our Eagles pregame show, I am trying to be as matter of fact as I can, because I know that at any given moment, things can change. Now, I know they thought they had a good bead on things, but that's why you play the game. Everybody is guessing. They have no more information than we do. That's the great equalizer in this social media era. I can go to NFL.pro and watch the game, watch the all 22 rundown game film, and I probably watch more film than they do because they just putting out shows. And somebody's feeding them stats and feeding them information, but at least I get a little context. Now, here's another clip, and at least, I'm a fan of Ryan Clark. At least he kept it a buck. At least he kept it a buck. And listen.
Picks across the show today. Let's see who we got. Ooh, RC is on the Texans. I feel bad that I'm not. It's the first time I'm picking against him. But RC, what do you know that we don't?
I actually don't know anything. Like, this is purely a guess. This is off of emotion. And it's not one of those, like, Marcus things where I just didn't want to pick a score and I was being a contrarian the entire show. I feel like at some point a team has to dig deep. At some point a team has to have some understanding that you got to be a dog and step up, make plays, protect your quarterback. And defensively, a guy like Derek Stingley has to show us why he's one of the best ball guys in all of football, along with Kalen Bullock.
And you are.
That's football logic right there. The law of averages eventually is going to come in your favor. At some point in time, they got to step up. And he was right. The Texans defense put it on the Chargers tonight. Even when the Chargers got a late 85-yard touchdown from Lad McConkey, they ended up blocking the field goal and taking the blocked field goal in for 2 points. So they even did the Aikido move and flipped that one on. I just always find it funny because so many people are so gung-ho on, do the people on television match my opinions and my takes? And if they do, that makes me more confident in what I think is going to happen. And I've never been subscribed to that. I got to look at stuff on my own. I got to look at the tape. I have the opportunity and the availability to watch the tape on my own. And I would encourage anybody, study tape, watch film. It's too available. It's too easy to do. You can go on your cable network and replay a game and just watch the broadcast stuff and figure some stuff out. Because most of the time, what these guys are saying, a lot of times it's out of context because they don't get a chance to watch all of the games. You got people like Baldy, you got people like Greg Cosell, and some of these other ones, JT O'Sullivan and some other ones. Was Howie Long's son that used to play for the Eagles. I like his podcast because he studies tape. You can tell he watches film, but most of these people are just guessing, man. They just guessing. Just like we are, just like you are. They guessing. So don't think that they got any better information than you do, unless you study the game. If you study the game, your context and your educational guesses are just as good, if not better, than what you see on television.